something you young girls might not understand. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain, no. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain.
Hesitantly, I'm checking in for P90X. The reality is, if you get past the third day without giving up, I don't think you're gonna give up, because you have to invest too much energy to execute. We didn't give up, and it was excellent for the first couple of weeks. I was going on and on about how I dumped 5 pounds by the second day of the second week, and I'm no good with scales, so anyway, I wanted to do it every few days and at the same time of day each time I did it. So yeah, I lost about 5 pounds by the 9th day, and practically promoting it to everyone I could get my to everyone whose attention I could get. And the third week, my weight loss kind of leveled off, so it made it really harder to notice the inches, because there were inches lost as well. So I convinced myself that, which could have been true, I convinced myself at the time that the weight loss leveled off because I built up the muscle, and we all know muscle weighs more than fat, blah, blah, blah. So in my head, I guess I'm building up muscle, at which point the fat will begin to drop off. So then I blame it on that. I say that's what's going to happen. So I decided to figure out, right smack at the last week of the first month, how to make the best brownies ever. And I ate a lot of them and screwed everything up. So by week 4, I was still doing it, but I was on, this is some bull.
God, are you serious? This is bullshit. Of course you're going to be, if you were busting your ass an hour a day, of course you're going to, we have to add Ripper X on top of this?
It's just bull. I can't even believe this. I mean, I can, but I kept going, because physically I was getting stronger and more flexible. In fact, Creaky asked me one night, let me see your muscles. So I flexed one good time, and there wasn't much there, but I forgot I had arm problems, so I was weaker in one arm than the other during the process. So once I flexed the other one, we could visually see the difference. So weeks 5 and 6, I had been just going through the motions, because we got to where we could actually keep up with the entire exercise. And I fell in love with Kenpo. They have a lot of varieties. They have cardio, plyo, and synergetics. And they have one called Kenpo, which is martial arts based. The cardio exercises are really Kenpo based too. So by then, we were going through the motions, but we were able to follow. And you could even see the metabolism working sometimes. I mean, you could feel it, smell it, whatever. So then that brings us to weeks 7 and 8, which were the last weeks completed. So we had yoga down, as far as that goes, as far as we'll probably ever get. So we could follow the yoga instruction, and they also have twice a week they have ab Ripper X, which I really hate, but you do what you gotta do. And then he goes on to say, don't do this every day. You don't want to work the same part of your body every day, so you don't want to do it every day. But it's on schedule twice a week, and in the middle of those 2 times at the end of yoga, they have yoga belly X, which is just as strenuous on your abs as the ab Ripper X. So don't do it every day, but do it every day. Go figure. But again, once you get the form right, it gets difficult on a whole different level, which is a good thing, because as you execute, you'll see your results, more specific results. And but when things start leveling off, you get a real attitude. I got a real attitude, and I was like, I got a real attitude, and I started getting discouraged because, like I said, the weight loss leveled off, and it was really irritating. The good news is that I built up some strength in my leg, apparently. So whatever ligaments are surrounding those that tore are now compensating, which is really, really great. Anyway, it's actually helping in terms of strength and compensation in that leg. It truly is. The only day I skipped was the Wednesday of the last full week. I can't remember why, but it wasn't hard to convince Creaky to play hooky that day. We immediately followed up by doubling up the following day. So technically we didn't skip it. I guess we kind of pushed it back and crammed it into the weekend workout. This week, which would have been week 9, is not week 9. We're taking off this week because I just got grill jacked. With the oral procedure that I had, you can't do any bending down or anything. You want to keep upright. Anyway, I had my mouth worked on. So now week 9 will be coming up technically. There's only 4 more weeks to go. Still have to have a regimen after that because you don't just stop. But just to let you know where I am right now, I feel like I'm back at my original weight plus a few pounds. Still minus an inch or 2, but not more than that. So visually, I'm not very encouraged because I'm doing a piss poor job. And ever since those brownies, it was over. I don't know what happened. Unfortunately, I've been taking extremely good care of my munchies and catering to them and finding every excuse to blame it on Ruby. The reality is I need to kick in these last 4 weeks with everything I've got. So I'm going to take these last 4 weeks. I'm going to really kick in. I'm going to put everything I got. I'm going to eat well. I generally do eat well. People who know me are convinced I'm some kind of health nut on that level. That is not true. I've been doing a very poor job. My eating has been terrible. Actually, I eat pretty well in general, but when I snack poorly and profusely. So that's not going to help me much in the end. So I've got this last month, starting week 9, and I'm going to dive in. I'm going to make sure my form is right. I'm going to make sure I'm consistent. I'm going to make sure I stick it out, and we'll see what happens. So when you look at me visually, it ain't pretty. But like I said, physically I'm stronger. I'm more flexible. My core is intact. And I've built a lot in terms of my physical maintenance. But consistency is the key. So we'll see what's up. I really think I'm going to pull out all the stops this last month though. But I'll give you a final. Well, I'll give you a 90-day final, and then we'll go from there. Groovy smooches.